Hello everyone, welcome back. This is a tour of one of the larger mansions in our server. I'll just give you a quick aerial view of the front lawn here and the rest of the building. So it's a pretty significant size compared to most of the houses we build. And there's a lot of history with this. As you know, we're very focused on storytelling in this server, but we'll give you a quick tour, give you some ideas. So this is, it's a government building now, but it used to serve as a private residence of one of the server's most wealthiest patrons, of course, which is, of course, Roswell Mathers, which comment down below if you know where that's from. Oh, we just have a little Latin saying here, and we'll show you the front lawn here. So it's inspired by like old Georgian mansions in Europe with these like symmetrical gardens in the front, and even with the building style. I'm not really sure exactly where inspiration came from. There is a west and east wing of the building, and lots of rooms and even a secret basement. So just looking around the corner here, some bushes surrounding the entire property. I would like to do more with the landscaping, but it's very bare here. There's also a private graveyard and chapel here. We'll just take a quick look at that, which is now a courthouse, but yeah, just like a nice little chapel. We're gonna go to the rear of the building again. Here's a Diet Coke, one of our pets. He's gone. Yeah, just like a cool little that's like particle effects. It's just a cool little private cemetery. The rear of the building is pretty symmetrical with the front. There's this little shrine here, almost like a tomb site. What is this? The Pantheon of Lord. It's the highway over there. There's a private dock to the east. See, a little boat dock here. Doherty's dock. This is where you would put boats, and then you can navigate around. And then over there is a resort, which we could show you another time. Okay, enough talking. Let's go to... oh, one more thing, actually. In a lot of these old manors, they have these horse stables. So here there's like plenty of spaces for private... pets and such. So yeah, just a nice little stable. Let's see what's up here. A workshop. This is just a cute little workshop for whoever's working for your mansion and your estate. This is one of the the houses of the one of the workers here, and then up here we have a rail connection to other major hubs in our server. So we have made a video about, actually a few videos about our extensive transportation hubs. So check that out if you haven't already. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on to the main house here, past the fountain. This is the main entrance to the Roswell estate. Okay, what do we got going on here? Some ornate decor on the ceiling with that glazed terracotta. Over here, we have a family tree of all of the like a family line of the family that inherited this property. We're gonna go on the first level here into this room, which is the kitchen. So it's just a cute little kitchen. There's actually plenty of space here and storage too for all of these things, cookies, bread, more bread. It's nice. It's really pretty designed for this fireplace here. Fish and pork. Yes, this is one of my favorite simple fridge designs here. And then some nice decor here as well. Looks like this was damaged from an incursion or a burglary, so let's patch that up. Before we get into that room, which is going to be very exciting, we're going to go into the other side of the building here, this is just a private little cafe, little dining area. Not the main dining area, let's not get confused as we're going to see that. Just a little cafe. Some coffee. Okay. Let's get into the main part of the first floor, which is actually this massive dining area, which is down here. Look at this. This is enough to feed a whole village. There's some glitches going on with the fish, but yeah, plenty of seating for dozens of guests. Taking a look at the other decor here, is a nice fireplace here. I think this was supposed to be a pool, private pool, and this is the kitchen that we saw. Okay, and directly over here is the rear of the building that we just saw. It's very symmetrical. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs now. Oh, just kidding, I forgot this was here. We have a library, of course. Nice private library to hold artifacts and other lore, including... Looks like there's nothing in here now. Oh, yep. There's some important books in there that we don't need to discuss right now. And then up here is just a nice little nook that we're going to check out in a second. Let's go ahead and head up to the second level. Here we go. Back in the main foyer. And up here, the grand ballroom. Yeah, if you ever build a house, it's always good to have a place to entertain your guests. Nice fountain in the center here. Pillars. And plenty of cake, of course. We have some simple seating up here. And I think this is a DJ zone. Oh, absolutely. With the jukebox. Okay, the second level leads into some of the bedrooms and offices, and we can explore each side. So let's go ahead and do that. Looks like all the doors are already open. This is just a storage room, it looks like. Some stuff. Plenty of storage. Nice to have paintings on these walls here. This is a simple living quarters here with the bedroom. Some nice views outside. Very simple, Victorian style. And here's the study. This is where you could see that library. This nice balcony. And into this room, we actually have the office of the estate holder. Very, very ornate with all this garland and ivy. Oh, that's a manifesto that probably shouldn't read. Yeah, just some nice lore here. I wonder what was on that picture frame or that item frame, but nice to have a big office for whoever's large and in charge here. Now we move on. Who is this? Oh, it's the butler, of course. Gotta have a butler. This overlooks the main foyer. Going back into the ballroom. We also have banners here. The family crest. We're gonna be going into more bedrooms, I believe. Yep. Just a different kind of design, more bookshelves and extra things on the storage racks here. I wonder what this is. Oh, it's like a pulled out drawer. That's what that is. That's kind of cool. A lot of these build ideas were found on Pinterest, like Instagram reels and such. This is an interesting suspended barrel design. I've never done that in a while. This was built probably 2 or 3 years ago, actually. So it's kind of fun looking back on these builds in this world. Oh, we're about to go into the master bedroom, it seems. So this is just like a temporary holding area, like a waiting room. This actually is an experimental lab, as you can see. It's very avant-garde. There used to be an end crystal thing here. It's like a workshop, but as you can see, it's not quite right. Very eclectic, as the owner of this house is some sort of sorcerer or user of the arcane arts. Going into the master bedroom here, more books. It's just he's a fiend for knowledge, as it seems. Triple bed here with this interesting bed frame. that's the master bedroom. And now we're gonna get into some of the cool parts of this this estate. We're gonna go into the basement, and there's a lot of interesting things down there as well. So it's right past here in the dining room. It's a pretty, you know, it's not that secret. The old cellar. Lots of cobwebs to show its age. Here's just plenty of tools with many cobwebs that you need to dust off before you use these tools. You can hide some interesting artifacts in here. It's always a good policy to fill any chest or bucket, so it's not, I don't know, it's always good to find hidden treasures after you set them down and forget about them after a long while. Okay, this is a fun part. If you can guess what this is, it's like an old wine, or I don't know if this would be considered wine, but this big cellar for liquids. And you kind of use your imagination, whatever this green goop is or this yellow stuff, but it's a giant vat, and this is something to dispense it out of. Very cool. What else do we have? The infirmary. It's a big enough house where you have to take care of your wow, these chickens have names. Good to take care of your guests in case they get sick, with plenty of healing tools in here. Over here, generator. Yes, it's a self-sustaining type of building, so you have this thermo, I don't know what this is. There's coal. It must be like coal powered, or you're powered by some sort of thermal heat. I'm not really sure what the idea I had was a few years ago, but you could probably make this more bust to have some like redstone contraptions for creating its own electricity and energy. Servants' quarters, of course. You gotta need a place to keep all of your butlers and service staff and chefs. And unfortunately, there's not enough bedrooms on the main level, so the basement is the best place, I guess. Ingredient stockpile. Yes, of course, a good place to store all of your natural ores, as well as shelf-stable items here. It's always good to have in case there's Armageddon outside and you need to bunker down for a couple months on your own food supply. So that's always good to have. And of course, you got to defend yourself. It is a pretty prominent location with high value targets, so you got to make sure that you have some sort of security with many weapons and tools to keep your compound and estate very safe. And where does this go? Emergency escape. Looks like this just goes into a cave in case you're chased out by intruders. In here, of course, a good place to grow some food to keep your place self-sustaining. I didn't even remember that was there. And last step here is alternate plan B escape route. So this is a tunnel that goes to who knows where, I think into our sewer systems, into the capital. So there is a failsafe as well. So that is the main part of the house. In case I forgot anything, I want to go double check the compound. Oh, there was one thing with this, near the stables, there's actually a greenhouse. So that's another place where they grow fresh crops and produces over here. And also we have a perimeter gate that goes around to protect from any people jumping over. But this is a greenhouse and a main kitchen. I know there was a kitchen in the house, but this one's even more substantial. That's just really cool greenhouse design. It's nice when you have shaders and the sunlight comes peeling in, but just a really well-designed place with some house plants and such, and the chefs, of course. Nice fireplace. And outside is where they would be grilled. Oh, it's a little fox. Hi, fox. Just some pumpkins and wild berries and bamboo and sugarcane, and of course all of these melons and wheat to grow, these trees. So just another idea for you is to have some sort of greenhouse. And I think lastly that I didn't even mention that there's like a little quarry over here. I don't know if this is related, but this is a place where you can go ahead and get some natural ores here with this crane. Yep, that's it. This is what our giant mansion looks like. This is actually one of two massive estates. The other one is a little rough around the edges, but it actually is quite bigger than this. So just some ideas for you if you want to build a large Victorian style estate. But yes, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.